I'm Elysabeth Alfano, and this is the Plant-Based Business Minute, in which I break down all the top headlines, each in a minute or less. I come to you with a global perspective today. French company Roquette, global leader in plant-based food ingredients, looks to open one of the largest plant-based protein plants in the world in Canada. The plant is a non-GMO pea protein plant. It broke ground in 2017, and now it's going to open in Canada in Q1 2020. More news coming out of Canada. Upfield, the largest plant-based consumer products company in the world, announces that it has purchased an existing 164,000 square foot industrial building to scale up its production of delicious VioLife so that it can supply Latin America and the US with this delicious vegan cheese. My business bottom line here: go Canada. Speaking of cheese, multinational cheese giant Bel Group is going to release a vegan version of all of its major brands. That means La Vache qui rit, The Laughing Cow, Kiri, Baby Bell, Boursin. In fact, a Boursin is going to launch in the US, a plant-based Boursin, this October. Before I get to my business bottom line, I want to read a quote from CEO Antoine Favier. I am convinced that we must build a food model that can have a positive impact on our entire ecosystem. All Bel employees are mobilized to open a new path with our partners for a more sustainable and responsible future of food. Smart guy, that Antoine. My business bottom line here is there's so much equity in being first. And so I do believe that Bel Group is going to see a boost in revenue because of their plant-based line and because they've been brave enough to be first to take those major cheese lines and make them also plant-based. Continuing with international news, Omnipork partners with McDonald's in Hong Kong and Macau. The leading fast food restaurant chain is going to incorporate Omnipork luncheon meat into 280 outlets of McDonald's and 122 outlets of McCafe in Hong Kong and Macau. Visionary CEO and plant-based leader David Young, who's the CEO of Green Monday, which makes Omnipork, has this to say: we are extremely excited to have Omnipork luncheon available in this leading restaurant chain. With its extensive restaurant outlets in Hong Kong and Macau, we hope more customers can indulge without guilt and embrace green lifestyle anywhere, anytime. My business bottom line here: we're going from 7 billion people to 10 billion people, but we're not getting more land and we're not getting more water. So countries like China, which is reducing its meat intake as part of a national goal, and Canada, which is investing in the innovation around plant-based foods, they're starting to see, along with other countries, that veg tech is a question of national security. So if we want a safe and secure future, we need a safe and secure and sustainable food supply, and that's plant-based foods. My last bit of international news, the biggest perhaps international news, is that Chicago is my hometown, by the way, is the next stop for Mooby's, the drive-in pop-up vegan fast food joint by Kevin Smith, the famed director, comedian, and actor. He and his pal Jay of Jay and Bob are calling themselves the Moose Brothers, taking a pun on the famous Chicago movie, The Blues Brothers. And they are going to open at St. Louis Assembly from October 30th to November 6th. And why is this? Because Kevin Smith sees the same bottom line that I do, and that is that Chicago is the next vegan city to pop. I'm Elysabeth Alfano, and this has been the Plant-Based Business Minute. If you would like a deeper dive into plant-based business, please subscribe to my podcast, The Plant-Based Business Hour. And if you are a small plant-based business or large meat and dairy, and you would like to navigate the plant-based landscape with consulting and branding, please reach out to me on LinkedIn. Otherwise, until I read you again the headlines next week, this has been the Plant-Based Business Minute. Together, we're taking back our health, the health of the planet, and the health of our bottom line.